All right, welcome to Canva Basics. For those of you that have not been in Canva yet, this is going to be very basic in terms of how to get started in Canva. It is going to be a little bit of workshop, so I'm going to have you do some things while we're in the class here so I can kind of help you troubleshoot and walk you through some things that you can do hands-on. So for the first couple of minutes, I'm just going to kind of give you a tour of how to sign up for Canva and how to get into the website. I do have a getting started kind of the Canva basics guide. I sent this out yesterday. If you did not get a copy, I'm going to put a link in chat for you. It is in there now, and you can get a copy of that and download it. We're going to work through that the first part of class today. So let me start sharing my screen here. Give me just a second. I toggle back and forth between two accounts. So I've got to make sure that I'm sharing the right screen here. Can you all see that okay?
I can.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. We've got a small group today, so feel free to unmute and ask questions, or if you're having problems on your end, we'll have some interaction here. But I am at just canva.com, and I'll put that in chat for those that have not ever been into Canva. Let me get rid of this stuff over here. First thing that you're going to do is log in. You probably want to log in. I recommend you log in with Google. If you've never created an account, just use your kansascityhomes.com account. You can just click on login with Google. For some reason, it's not letting me. Hold on just a second. I'm going to stop sharing. I've got to do this a little bit different. It's not letting me click on anything. Okay. There we go. So you're going to click one of these options here, log in with Google. It's what I recommend. And I am going to log in to, I don't want to do that. I'm going to log in using I'm going to start here on my free account. I'm guessing that many of you don't have paid accounts yet. I'll get into that towards the end and kind of the differences as we go through. But just for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to log into an account that I don't use very often. I use it for training because it's one of the basic accounts. And so I can really show you kind of an apples to apples comparison of probably what you're seeing when you log in. Once you get logged in, this is likely what your home screen looks like. Let me just give you a quick tour here of what you're looking at. We have some options along the top, and we're going to go into those in just a second. Up here, there's a help center, your settings. You can start creating the design right from the upper right here, and then your account information should have your initials once you log in here. Over here on the left-hand side, in terms of navigation, you've got, if you click on, it's going to default your home screen when you log into what's recommended for you, and I'll get into just a minute what's over in this big area. If you click on all your designs, it'll bring up a page for you of everything that you've created in Canva. So you can go back in and continue working on a project that you have in there. And then the next one down is the brand kit. And brand kit, you're going to see some differences between the basic and paid account. The brand kit on the basic account, the non-paid account, you're allowed to update or upload some colors. You can add I don't know if it'll let you add, it does not let you add logos. But on my paid account, if we went to my brand kit, let me see if it'll actually let me log in here to my paid account. So I can toggle back and forth and kind of show you the difference. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my other screen. This is on my paid account. So big difference here between the basic and your paid account. And the paid account's about $10 a month. So if I click on brand kit, you can see that I've uploaded every single one of our company logos in here. I've got all of our brand colors This is for easy access when I'm in creating flyers, creating things for the company. I've got access to these inside my designs, which is really nice. I've got our brand fonts in here. I've uploaded a whole bunch of other fonts. So that's what it looks like on a paid account. It's pretty robust. On your free account, you can't put logos in, and you can put 3 colors in. So to add a color, you just hit this little plus button. Let me delete one of these. It'll only let you do 3. But you click on one of the ads and you can put in our brand colors. And if you need those codes, I'll show you in a second where you're going to get those. But like our green, the dark green, for example, is 339933. So I've got 3 colors in here. We'll get back to Brand Kit in just a little bit, but just wanted to give you kind of a quick overview of what's in there. It's really nice when you're into designing things because you've got really easy access to what you're going to need for just to stay in sync with the brand, and especially when you're doing flyers and whatnot. Working our way down here after Brand Kit, we've got Create a Team. I'm going to ignore that, ignore it too. All of your folders, if you create folders inside of Canva, which I highly recommend that you do, you're going to find those right there. And then they're also listed down here at the bottom. So on my free account, I've got 2 folders. I've got one that's all of the Kansas City Homes templates that marketing has shared with us. I think because I'm logged in over here on my paid account, it's not liking this very much. So hold on just a second. Let me hit refresh here. Let me log back out. So I created a folder and put all of the marketing templates inside of this folder for easy access. Helps you stay a little bit more organized with some things.
Okay, Christian. So if I, how do I get, I know where to find our brand kit when I go in through our intranet and enter Canva that way, but where can I right now move the brand kit over so it's showing up into so I can create a folder?
Are you talking about the brand kit up here?
No, I'm sorry. I mean the templates that
the templates.
Yes.
Okay, so let me show you where you're going to find those. We're jumping ahead a little bit, but I'll show you where you get those. If you go onto BHGenius and you go under Engage Training here from the main screen, or you can click the drop down over here on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Under Agent Marketing, there's a whole page in Genius that's devoted to Canva. And as you scroll down, you are going to see, I'm not logged in right now, shoot. Let me do something real quick. Got to share a different screen. I'm just going to share my whole desktop with you. It's going to be a mess, but.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack.
That's okay. All right, so on BHGenius, if you go under Canva, it's under Agent Marketing. Again, go to Engage Training, Agent Marketing, and there's a whole Canva resources page.
Right.
Right here in the middle of the screen are the templates, the original templates that marketing shared with us.
Right, and so I can get to them through there, but how do I actually then put it into my Canva account so that I don't have to keep going in through this back door?
So once you click on Use These Designs here, at the top of each page, you can click on this and you're going to hit Use Template. And once you do that, it puts it over into Canva for you. So you should never have to go back to here. Well, once you go through that once, it's in all your designs.
Seminar from 9:30 to 10:30.
Does that make sense, Sherry?
Yeah, I'll troubleshoot with you afterwards.
Okay. Perfect. Let me go back over here to my free account. So once I have, let's go back to, Sherry, this might help you. So once I have these over here in Canva, I can put them into folders, and maybe that's what you're struggling with, is how to put them into folders. that's a little bit more advanced than what I was going to do today, but I can walk you through it towards the end.
All right.
On how to do that. Okay, so on a basic account, you get, I think, 2 folders. I would highly recommend creating one that has, oh, hold on, I'm getting some weird feedback here. Make sure everybody's muted. I always recommend that you create a folder that's all of the marketing templates. And anything that you put in here from marketing, any of those links you follow from BHGenius, pull those things into Canva and put them into a marketing templates folder. That way you've got easy access to those. And when we get into more advanced Canva stuff, I've got a whole class on how to use those marketing templates and a guidebook on how to use those.
If we're gonna pay for it in order to get the broader stuff, do we need to like pay attention a whole lot to what you're doing about the free one?
Yeah, because what's on, I regardless if you're on basic or paid, I still recommend that you have folders.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
You're just on the basic, you're limited to the number of folders. On the free, you can have as many folders as you want to. So I'll click back over here to my main, this is my real Canva account. And you can see how many folders I have here. There's a million of them. But regardless of if you're on basic or paid, I recommend create a folder that's all of the marketing templates. So as you pull things into Canva, you can put them all into one folder and have easy access to them. Alan, I am not sure what the total count is for all of the marketing templates. There's a ton of them. I've only pulled some of them over into this account, but there's a ton of them. They're all on, you've got links to all of them on BHGenius on that Canva resource page. There's a ton, there's 20 pages of them in this. There's some others down below as well. So they're constantly updating and sending us links with new templates to use in Canva. And when they do that, I try to put them here on the Genius page so it's all in one place for you. Okay, so let's go back over here to, that was kind of the overview on, and we got sidetracked just a little bit, but kind of the overview on where things are in Canva once you get logged in. So I'm going to go back to the home screen here. Again, we've got some options here along the top that we're going to go into here in just a second. And then I've gone through kind of the things that you need to pay attention to over here on the left-hand side. When you log in, this is what your screen will look like. And up here, you've got a big search bar. If you want to start with one of their templates, when I say their, I'm talking about Canva, not our marketing team, but Canva itself, they have a ton of templates in here as well for you. They have lots of real estate stuff. So if you type in real estate flyer, it's going to bring up all sorts of real estate flyers that you could use and start designing from their templates. If you know you want to come in here and create a Facebook post, type in Facebook. They have the great thing about Canva is you start your design and it's going to be sized correctly. So if you're coming in to do a Facebook post, you want to make sure you start with a Facebook post design because then it's sized perfectly. You don't have to worry about it looking funky when you then upload it into Facebook. Same with flyers, same with postcards, whatever you're trying to design. So you can start with your search bar up here, or you can come down here and they've got some suggestions for you. They've got some tabs along here with some different things. I mean, you can design anything in Canva. Then down below is going to be a preview of the most recent designs that you've opened. And if you click here on the right-hand side, you'll see the See All. If you click on that, you'll get into every design that you've ever done in Canva. You'll have access to it. And then you've got some more templates down below. I rarely ever go down this low. Typically when I come into Canva, I'm going straight to all of my designs and I'm pulling up something, refreshing it, or starting from scratch, one or the other. Any questions just on the navigation and what's on this home page, or any problems that you've had on the home page accessing designs. Alan, I know on the folder it says number of items, but I don't even have them all in here. So I can't, what I have in here is probably not all of them. Wouldn't give you a total count. Okay, next thing that I want to do here is we're going to go in, and for those of you that have not, I know we've got different experience levels. Hold on just a second. Okay, I know we've got different experience levels here. So for those of you that are really unfamiliar with Canva and you've never done a design in there, I'm going to have you spend some time this morning going through a couple of their learning tools. So I'm going to show you first on my screen. I want you to watch my screen, and I'm going to show you what you're going to do. And then what I'm doing is following along this basics guide, the getting started guide here. And then you're going to do this. And for any of you that don't need that, I can help you. Maybe Sherry, that's when I can help you troubleshoot some of that stuff while they're working through, while some of them are working through kind of the basics. So for the basics, for those of you that just need some help on, you know, how to get in and how to start designing, and once you're in there, where to find things, we're going to go up here to the top and we're going to click on Learn. Actually, don't click on it, just hover over it. I don't want to click on it. Just hover over Learn and it'll bring down this little drop down for you. And we're going to click on this Getting Started with Canva. It's on the left-hand side. And I want you to go down to the Canva Starter Challenge, and you're going to click on this. And when you click on this, it's actually going to open up a design for you. And it's going to walk you through. You're going to scroll down, just follow the directions that are on this screen and scroll down and do the things that it's asking you to do. It does give you hints on how to do these things over here in the bottom left. So it'll tell you how to do this, but it's going to walk you through some really basic things with Canva on how, if I click on this, how do I change the color? Before I turn you loose and let you kind of go through this, I'm going to show you a couple little navigation things here that'll kind of help you in what you'll see in the hints on the bottom left. But as I click on an element, you'll see that as I hover over it, it kind of highlights it in blue. And if I click on it, then I'm able to edit. And you can see up here along the bar that as I click on elements, I've got some different options. If I'm clicking on an image or a shape, it's going to give me different options than if I were to click on text. On text, it'll allow me then to change the font, the size, all sorts of fun stuff. But as you click on elements, you'll see your options are going to be right here in this top bar. Over here on the left-hand side is where you're going to find, and I'm going to collapse this, I'm going to hide it. But over here on the left is where you're going to find some of the cool features and elements that you can use when you're designing in Canva. So this challenge is going to walk you through kind of how to find that. This will tell you right down here what you're going to do, and I'll walk you through it right now on this one, and then I'm going to let you do it yourselves. So you're going to search for a hat and put it on the monkey. And to do that, you're going to use these options over here on the far left, this column. And for this one, we want to click on elements. That's what it tells us to do down here. And then you search for a hat. And you can pick out any hat you want to. And when you click on it, it'll put it over on your design. And then you just drag and drop it where you want it to go. If you want to make it smaller, you see the little circles in all the corners. You just click and drag and make it smaller, make it bigger. This might seem a little corny to go through this, but it's really by going through these 6 steps that it has you do. I think it's 6 of them. It's 5 steps. It'll really kind of give you a great step-by-step on how you find some things and how you work in Canva to design. So at this point, I want you to go ahead and get into Canva if you're not already, and follow those directions and steps that I gave you. You're going to, again, hover on the Learn at the top, and then you're going to go to the Getting Started with Canva. And then you're going to click on the Canva Starter Challenge and work through those 5 steps. If you have any challenges or problems, just unmute yourself and let me know kind of what you're experiencing or what you're having issues with, and I'll jump in and see if I can help you.
I'm
But
on
I'll
the
give you about 7 minutes to do that. Go ahead, Sheila.
on the second task, but what it says down in the bottom is too small for me. How do you make it, like, you know,
Bigger? Let me,
I got the monkey a hat. The next
at the
one,
at the very bottom of your screen, you see a purple help, and right next to that is a percentage. So if you click on that percentage, you can make the designs bigger.
well, it's not
view on your
I,
screen.
it's the words in the left. So,
You can
okay.
blow it up, make it easier to read at that bottom
Okay.
where you see that percentage, where you zoom in, zoom out.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, looks like the majority of you are done with that Getting Started challenge. It probably seemed a little juvenile to go through it, but it'll really help you just kind of learn the basics of how to navigate once you're inside a design. So once you're done with that, if you're still in the design, you can hit at the top left, there is a home screen. Now, I'll tell you a couple things about when you're designing in Canva, some cool things. As you're going along, you don't need to save. It's saving for you. So this platform is automatically saving everything you're doing. So if your computer locks up, you accidentally close the window, don't worry. Whatever you've been working on will save automatically. If you wanted to, I know there are some people that don't really trust it and want to make sure that it's saved. So when you're in your design, there is right next to the home screen, just to the right, there is a little file, and you can hit save. It'll tell you right there that all changes have been saved already, but you can hit save just if you're one of those people that just wants to make sure. Before we go out of this, I want to show you a couple other things when you're inside of a design, just some navigation things that I think will help you as you're designing and then wanting to do things with those designs. So up here at the very top in this kind of blue purple screen, I've told you where the home is. If you click that, you'll go right back to the Canva home screen. There's some options under File that we'll get to. I'll tell you a couple tips and tricks under that in just a minute. But over here along the right side, there's a couple of different options for you. And I want to show you how, once you've got something designed in Canva, what do you do with it? So there's this little download button here. It's the arrow with the line. And when you're done designing something, maybe you want to download it so you can load it up onto a Facebook post. If it's a digital, if it's a flyer and you want to print it, you're going to want to download it. So then you can, open it on your computer, print it to the color printers. Lots of different things that obviously you're going to want to do with your designs. But to get them out of Canva, you're going to hit this little download button right here. And when you do, let me show you here what your options are. First one is going to be file type. So based on the type of design you're in, Canva is going to recommend what file type it thinks that you want to download. But say this is going to be a social media post. Well, you can't upload a PDF to Facebook, for example. You have to do a picture. So we're going to play along like I'm downloading it for a Facebook post. And I either want to choose, I always pick a PNG. It's a higher quality image. But to get an image file, you want to do either your PNG or your JPEG. So I'm going to click on the PNG here. These are some things that will unlock for you if you are on a paid version versus, remember, I'm on my basic version. One thing here is the size, so I can reduce that file size if I need to before I download. I can make it bigger if I want to make it bigger. Transparent background here is something that I use all the time, especially if you're in creating a logo, something that you want to have basically, think of it as obviously transparent, a clear background. You can check that box when you're in a PNG. And again, this is only on the paid account. You can also compress the file size so you can make it a little bit smaller. I had an agent yesterday out of Virginia that texted me because he knows I use Canva all the time, and he was having issues. He created this great thing in Canva, and he was trying to put it up onto his website, and it wasn't accepting it because the file size was too big. We've all run into those issues. Well, if you're on a paid account, you can actually click this compress file, and it'll compress that file size and make that file a little bit smaller for you. But those are some options, again, right here in the middle that will unlock if you're on a paid account. If you're not, you can still download, but I just wanted to explain to you kind of what those options are. The next thing down here is select pages. So this is an 8-page design. I only want this first page. This is going to be my social media post. So I would select from the drop down, and I only want page 1. So I click on page 1 and hit done, and then download. And you'll get a pop-up that looks like this. And then once I've downloaded that, it's on my computer. So I can open that, and then I can share it. I can upload it directly to Facebook, Instagram. I can do, put it in an email. I can do whatever I want to with it. A lot of the emails that you get from me in regards to training have Canva designs wrapped into that newsletter that I've started doing, kind of the weekly buzz thing. I'm doing that inside of Canva. I'm downloading it and then putting it up into an email for you all to be able to see and view. Any questions about downloading your designs out of Canva?
Sadly, I'm so lost I couldn't begin to do it, but that's just, I'll just tell you, I don't think I got to where you were in that whole thing. I was, and so I might have to do my 15 minutes with you sometime.
Yes, please do.
I
Please
mostly
do. We can do some one-on-one in here. There's a lot of options in here, and it can get overwhelming pretty quick. But Sheila, for you and for others that might have missed it from the beginning, to get your designs, to download them out of Canva, right up here, there's in the upper right of all your designs, there's going to be a little download button. Some of these other ones, just ignore these. Share, if I hit that, I could share, I could email it to somebody, which I don't want to do that. If I do, I can click this and I can download from here too. It's easier just to click this little download thing. If you select the print in here, it's going to send you to a printer that Canva uses, and it's going to be a couple days until you get your design. So I always just select this little arrow, download it right here to my computer, and I'm done. Any other questions on downloading before I move on? Okay, I'm going to go back to our home screen here. And I want to show you, we're not going to go through these today, but I think after class, at some point, go back into this learning. Again, hover on the learn and go to your getting started. There's some great short videos in here. There's also a couple other kind of basic challenges that are very similar to what we just did, the Canva Starter Challenge. One is right here, and this is your Canva toolkit. And again, if you open this, it'll take you right into a design, and it'll allow you to go through these steps to do some things that are a little bit beyond just the basics, but some really good ways to learn how to use Canva. I strongly, strongly recommend you do that one. Again, that's in your Getting Started guide, that download that I have for you. Go back to that again. So again, that was the Canva toolkit. And then there's another one here that I really like that's not a video, it's a hands-on how-to, and this is helpful Canva tips. strongly recommend going through those too. It'll really give you some good basics on how to use Canva and how to manipulate your designs once you're in here. So put those on your to-do list, maybe for after class or this afternoon. I need to close some of these old windows here. Okay, so I want to show you real quick how to get the marketing templates. And I gave you a really brief at the beginning, how to get the marketing templates over from, if you're on Genius, if you're in Drive, wherever you are, how to use those links that marketing sends out so you can then manipulate and use some of the designs once you're inside of Canva. So I am going to share my other screen. I'm going to go back to sharing my whole desktop with you. We're going to go back over here. Again, I'm on BHGeniusKCH.com. I went to Engage Training under Agent Marketing. There's this whole page on Canva. And I will put this link for you, give you the easy button. I'll put that in chat. So when you're on this page, down here is a PDF that our marketing team created that had a lot of our basic marketing templates in it. And you'll see this preview right here, and it's 20 pages. And as you scroll down through this, at the top of each page is these designs. These are live links. And if you click on these, you're going to get the templates inside of Canva for what's on this page. So if I click on this, I'm going to get the buyer seller book pages they have available. What I see, the preview I see right here, let's go through it and do it. I click use these designs. This will give you kind of a warning screen. Are you sure you want to use this? And if I click down here at the bottom, use template, this should look familiar. It's now opened this for me inside of Canva, and I can start playing around with it. I can move things. I can delete the picture. If I don't want that picture, I want to do my own. I can do whatever I want to with these, create my own and customize. But you'll notice as I scroll down, everything that was on this page is included with this template. Let's go back and look at a couple others that they have in here. Again, there's 20 pages of these. They've got some social squares. So it tells you up here at the top kind of what these are sized for, what you should use them for. These are some events. Say you could use these for like an open house. Here's some social squares that are just listed. Here's some open house designs for you. We've got some fun, just social quotes. These are Facebook covers. So if you've got a Facebook business page and you need to update your cover and do something that's branded, these are great templates to use. They're sized for your Facebook covers. These are sized, what's on this page, these are sized for Home Suite. So if you want to create your own, I know a lot of you are now doing, now that they've released the agent templates, we don't necessarily need these Home Suite headers, but you could certainly use those if you want to. Alan, I'll answer that in just a second when we get there. So hang on to that question for just a second. Down here are listing flyers. Again, you've got 7 different, seven different designs on this page. We're going to come back and we're going to use that template. But I just want to show you what all you've got on here. You've got some of the Ninja postcards that you can use. You don't have to use these for postcards. You could take these and use this design and do a social post, or use them in an email campaign. You don't have to necessarily use them for what they're originally intended for. But some cool designs here. So let's go back. Let's use the listing flyers. So I need to create a flyer for a new listing. So I'm going to click use these designs, and then I want to click use template. And right here, I'm going to do something real quick. I apologize. Come on, it's not letting me. Maybe it will. See if I can get these into my. Nope, hold on. I'm trying to get these over to my free account, not my paid account. Of course, you're not going to let me do it. Okay. See if I already have these in here. What I really want to do is open these in. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let me just do this. Bear with me for just a second. Make sure I'm in the right account here. Yes, okay. All right, so your listing flyers. I now have these. I clicked on the link from this PDF, and I've got all 7 of these flyers now in one design here. This is going to be a huge time saver for you. So if you haven't been paying attention, pay attention. When you bring these over from that PDF, I recommend the first thing you do, don't touch them. Don't start putting your own images in them. The first thing that you should do, you've got them loaded in here. Go back to your home up here at the top left. And you've got, remember I told you you should create a folder that has all the marketing templates in it. So I'm going to put this in the marketing templates, and I do that. You see the preview right here, where I can hit see all, here all my designs. I want to put this in the marketing templates folder. I can click on, if I hover over it, I get these 3 little dots, and I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to do move to folder, and I'm going to put it in my marketing templates folder. I can also do that. It's kind of the easy button that I'll show you right here. If you've got it open, you don't even have to go back to home. You can go to file and do move to folder. And then you'll have preserved the original, all those listing templates, okay? So you've got the original. What will happen is if you're in, you're not going to do 7 listing flyers, you're only going to use 1 of these. And if I come in here and I start deleting all of the ones that I don't want, then I've got to go, if I want to use one of the other ones that I've deleted, I've got to go back and find this page on Genius and click this link again and put them back into Canva again. So I recommend that you create a folder when you bring over the marketing templates, put them into marketing templates folder, and just keep this as kind of your originals, okay? Then when you're ready to create, you're ready to actually use one of these templates, what I like to do is come here, I can open it, I can do this from 2 different ways. I'm going to show you both ways. I can open it, I go back to this file, and instead of doing move to folder, I'm going to do make a copy. So it's going to copy all 7 pages, and it's going to open it in a new tab, and I'm going to rename it. We're going to create a, we'll just do, I don't have that folder in here, we'll just do 1133 Main Street. And now I can start deleting pages and get down to just the 1 flyer that I want. And I still have the original template with all 7 pages sitting in this master folder. Sherry, thank you for answering that in chat. There's a couple ways, Alan, you can get it into the folders. You can drag it, or if you're in all your designs, if you hover over it, Hover over the design that you want to move into a folder. Let's say this is, I want to move that into the marketing templates. You'll see these little 3 dots that show up, and you click on that and hit move to folder, pick the folder, move here. Here's kind of an advanced tip for you. You can select multiple. So if I go through, I click use these designs on the top of every one of these. You just click on them, use template. I'm going to close that. It's in my Canva. Go back down to the next one. Use template. I'm going to copy all. I'm just clicking and I'm copying all of these over to Canva. Okay. Once I'm done with this, I've gone through all 20 pages. I'm going to go back to home. Here's all these designs that I just pulled over. I know I did that fast, but you click on the link, use these templates, go back, click on the next link. Now, when I hover over, instead of clicking these 3 little dots, I want to put all of these into that folder. So instead of using the upper right 3 dots, I'm going to use the upper left, the check mark. And now all of a sudden, I can select multiple designs. And I am going to put all of these down at the bottom here. I know it's kind of hard to see. The very bottom, you see you can either delete all of those or you can put them all into a folder. I'm going to hit move to folder. There are my 2 folders. I want these in the master, move here. Now, they're still going to show up in all my designs, but they're also now right over here. They're sitting over here in my marketing templates. So I've got a whole folder now of everything that marketing has given us, and I can use that when I'm ready to start designing, and I preserve that original. Let me show you again, when you're ready to use one of these, the steps to copy it so you can start customizing it without deleting pages from the original. So I'll walk you through that one more time. I'm in my marketing template masters. I'm going to click on my listing flyers. Before I do anything, I'm going up here to file, and I'm going to do make a copy. And then the first thing I want to do is come right up here to the title. This is the title of the design, and I want to change that. I usually title it my property address. And now I can kind of scroll down, see which template do I want to use. And then I'm going to delete all the other pages because I don't need a 7-page flyer. All I need is 1. Before I show you how to delete pages, are we okay on kind of the last couple things that I just explained, how to get all the templates over into Canva, put them into a folder, and then make copies when you want to start designing or want to start using one of the templates? Anybody have questions or want me to go back on that? I went through it pretty fast. Get rid of some of these tabs. You'll find as you're doing this, you'll have 20 tabs open along the top. So again, stuff is saving. So don't worry about closing those and kind of minimizing what you're looking at. Okay, so I've made my copy. I'm ready to start designing. I need to do a listing flyer. Again, I don't want to use 7 pages. I just want to use one of these. So at the very top here of each page, you see you've got a couple little options here, and one of them is a trash can. So let me make this a little bit bigger. So we've got our trash can. I'm going to delete page 1. I'm going to delete that one, delete that one. That's the one that I want to use. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to delete that page. Just deleting all these extra pages. All right, I'm now down to 1 page. And now I can start dragging my listing photos over, changing, obviously I'm going to change all of this verbiage. And again, you're going to learn how to do those things by going through those getting started guides, those helpful Canva hints, your Canva toolkit. Those will start teaching you how to, once you're into one of these flyers, how to drag and drop pictures, how to upload your listing photos. Those will all those skills will be helpful as you start getting in here and designing. If I want to add a back page to this flyer, I can go right down here to add new page, and then I get a new blank page, and I can start designing and doing, adding a back page to this. Now then, again, I'm going to show you this again. When you're done designing, I'm done. I'm ready to download this and print it. I'm going to hit this download. Remember up here on the upper right, I'm going to hit download. And I want this to be a PDF because I'm going to print it in color. It's a flyer that I want printed. Oh, I've got to get rid of, see this one picture right here, I'm on this free version, and this picture right here, it's got the crosses through it. It's asking me to pay for that. If I was using my own listing photos, it wouldn't do that. So let me just go find a picture that's a free one. I'm just going to put it in there, get rid of that one. Okay. I want both pages because it's a front and back flyer. So I'm not going to, if I just wanted page one, remember I could click that drop down and hit just page one. I want both pages. I'm going to hit download. And then it is going to, sorry, my daughter is here. Now you can see her in the background. She just came in. She did not realize my camera was on, but it is on. So I've downloaded my PDF. Now I can open it. Here it is. Isn't that page too beautiful? And I can print. I'm going to print it to my corporate color printer, and I'm out the door with my flyer. Okay, questions on using your marketing templates? Anybody want me to go back and show any of, I went through some of that really quick. So does anybody want me to go back and show any of that again? Don't be shy, unmute.
Would you also go over downloading all the logos, because they aren't, doesn't look like they're set up as seamlessly with use this design button, but maybe I'm missing it.
They are not, no.
Okay.
So so let's go back over here to Canva resources on Genius. And if you come down here to the other useful links, I have tried to put all of the logos into one folder for everybody in Drive. So if you click this BHGKCH logo folder, it'll take you to Drive, and here's your brand guideline. Remember I told you I'd show you where that was? When you're ready to add your brand kit and your colors, open this, and you'll see on here, this is going to be real small on your screen, and I apologize. But in here, you'll see, oh, I don't want to go that far in. You'll see this number next to each, the RGB number next to each color. That's the code that you want to put in there when you're in brand kit.
Back up, please. You zipped right by me.
So I went to Genius and I clicked on this first link down here that's towards the bottom of the Canva page. And it'll take you into Drive, and there's a whole folder in here of everything that you need to load into, that you might want to load into Canva. You don't have to put all these in there. But the first thing that's in here, why did it just sort that way, is your brand guidelines. And this is where I told you earlier when we were in brand kit that I would show you where you find all of our color codes. So when you're over here in your brand kit, and you want to add a color, it'll ask you for a code. This page is where you get your codes. Let me zoom in. See this RGB, it's got the pound 00, that's for black. Let's say that we want to add the yellow. It's Fab 840, so I go back over to brand kit, right down here. There's our yellow. So in this folder, you've got your brand color guidelines, but you also have PNGs of all of our logos. So this is where you would download these and then upload these into your brand kit. So I'll do one of them here. See this checkerboard on the background of this? This is actually a transparent background. This is, remember I told you with PNGs you can get that transparent background. The checkerboard thing will not show up once you get it up into Canva. It's going to show up here in your preview though, just so you know that that's a transparent background. So I've opened this in Drive, I've opened the preview. I'm going to click in the upper right here, my download. And I've downloaded that to my computer. I'm going to pop back over here to my brand kit in Canva. And I'm on a free version here and I can't upload logos. Let me show you a little trick. Something that you can do. We've got to open one of our designs. Let's just go back into that one. And over here on the right, or on the left, excuse me, is a button. For me, it's second down. It says Uploads. Right there, I can do Upload an Image. So if you are on a basic version and you can't add your logos, here's how here's a kind of a workaround to add these. Upload an image. I want to upload it from my computer. I can upload right from Drive if I want to. I'm going to hit Device. And then remember, I just downloaded this from my Drive onto my computer. Here it is. Got to go find it. And I hit Open. And it'll upload right into Canva for me. Here's another cool thing. If you go to where your logos are all downloaded to, this is just my downloads, but you can also just drag and drop. So I can just drag this over and drop it. Oop, where did that go? So if I've got some other, let me see if I can find some other pictures in here. There's that picture I downloaded a minute ago. Get rid of that darn screen. I can also just drag and drop. Again, if you're not on a paid version and you can't get that brand kit, you can't get all the logos over there, that's how you upload all the logos. You can still upload them all. And once you upload into Canva, it's there forever. Doesn't matter if you put it in brand kit or you just upload an image by itself like I just showed you. It'll always be there. But I'll show you, let me get into my, it's still trying to download that picture. Let me get out of my free account and get into my paid account so I can show you how you upload logos in brand kit. Again, you just click on this little plus and then select find it from your computer after you've downloaded it from Drive, hit open and it'll upload. And then when you're in your designs, just open one of these. To find these and to use them in your design, click on the More button. Actually click on Folders. And here's your logo folder from your brand kit right here. So if I click on this, it shows me all logos that I've uploaded into that brand kit. So talk about a big time saver. So depending on what logo, if I want the big bug, that's how I get it into my designs. Huge time saver. Any other questions on that or any other, I know it's 10:30 before we wrap up here. I know that I covered a lot today. I did record this. I'll have it up on Genius and YouTube just as soon as I can download it and get it up there so you can go back through this. I know it's a lot of information today. But once you start getting into Canva and playing with it, it's a pretty slick little platform for you to be able to do a lot of cool design stuff in. And having those templates from marketing really help kind of give you a leg up so you're not trying to do those from scratch. Highly recommend using their templates, and just this platform is just a drag and drop. And again, they've got a ton. Canva has a ton of templates in there for you to start with. Lots of stuff in there. Any questions? Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you. I wasn't able to keep up, but that's what the tutorials are for.
I do have a tutorial that I realized this morning that I need to update it because some things have changed, but I've got a tutorial that looks just like this, and I'll have it updated later today and up on Genius. It is this link right here. This is the step-by-step on how to use those marketing templates. So don't go click on it now though, because you'll get really lost with the guide that's currently in there. There's been some changes to the process. So I'll get that the guide updated and back up there today with the latest version.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheila.